An absolutely massive 2 points for the Toronto Maple Leafs today at Amalie Arena against the Tampa Bay Lightning, who they just own now. You win one playoff round against that team, the only playoff round that this core has won, and now you just beat them all the time. That just seems to be the case. Leafs win it 4-3 in overtime against the Lightning, and with that win, it's just a massive W. Would we have loved it to be in regulation and go 4 points up? Yes, but you get that extra point. You're 3 points up in the Lightning. You lose that game. Man, in regulation, you're tied. You lose it in overtime, you're only 1 point up. But now you are 3 up on the Lightning. You own the tie break. You own the regulation wins advantage. It's a massive, massive win today for the Leafs. With an attempt to try and win the division. Like, you're right there. And it all starts in the first period. As the back pressure from Matthew Knies, I don't know who he stripped there, but was bothering him enough to try and... He fired it to the middle of the ice. It's picked off by Austin Matthews. And he gives it down to Mitch Marner. About the... I don't know, where did he pass that down to? That top of the circle. And he gets into the slot and just kind of cuts to the outside a little bit and then roofs this thing. High blocker on Vasilevsky. A beautiful shot by Mitch Marner. And the Leafs, they lead at 1-0. We're feeling good about things. But not long after that, again, Lightning can't clear the zone. And Marner picks it up, gives it down to Matthews, who fires it low. And this is, okay, I'm going to talk about this. I keep forgetting to talk about this. I don't know how you guys feel about it. We know Matthews' shooting percentage is down. He only has 30 goals this season. I know he missed some games. I get that. But does it not feel like, to me, that every freaking shot he's taking is trying to go 5-hole? I know Robertson tries that stuff too. I feel like it's all the time. Matthews, you have an incredible shot. Like, look at where Marner scored his. High blocker, gorgeous. Not everything has to be to embarrass the goaltender and try and go 5-hole. Because he tries to go 5-hole here on Vasilevsky, or at least along the ice, and it goes off the pads. Knies is there for the rebound, and he buries it to make it 2-0 Leafs. I'm not complaining about the goal, but for God's sakes, I'd love Matthews to just rip one high glove or high blocker on a guy because he can do so. But nonetheless, the Leafs lead it 2-0 at that time. We're feeling real confident. Again, the Leafs continue to dominate the Lightning. We're like, boy, is this just going to continue, right? The assists and the goals. Marner at $1:13 of the first period. Matthews with a lone assist. Knies, his 27th goal from Matthews and Marner at 3:33. That was just 2 minutes after the one. I mean, you're not even 4 minutes into this game. You're up 2-0. But then late in the period, Nick Perbix just fires one through a screen. Then I would have liked to see Stolarz fight through the screen a little bit, but regardless, it's a perfect shot with a ton of bodies in front of the net. Beats him high blocker, and it's 2-1 right at the end of the period with $1:02 to go. Not what you want to see ideally. You go into the second period, and on the power play, Oliver Bjorkstrand scores 50 seconds in. And that's tricky, right? Because you were up 2-0 with 1:02 to go in the first period, and then 50 seconds into the second, you're now tied. It's not what you wanted to see whatsoever in that third period. Did I say second period? I meant the third period. There was no goal scored in the second. And then the Leafs get a power play, and boy, oh boy. The guy is just so incredibly hot. Like, it's incredible. Matthew Knies is a mutant. Not just a physical specimen of a mutant, but on the ice. Incredible stuff. Face-off win back to the point. It's Mitch Marner who fires it on. It gets deflected like twice. Vasilevsky makes the initial stop, but Matthew Knies is there to tuck it around him. And then the Leafs, they now got the lead back. It's 3-2. You're feeling good. Early in the third period, they tied the game, but you answered back less than 2 minutes after that. You're feeling confident, but then you take a penalty midway through, and Victor Hedman scores with 9 minutes to go, and we go to overtime. Shots on goal in the first period, 10-8 in favor of the Leafs, 12-9 Lightning in the second, and the Leafs won at 9-6 in the third period, but we go to the overtime frame with a big point up for grabs here, right? You were already happy you got 1 point for the Leafs. Right, fine. You're still going to be in a top in the division after today. But let's be honest. You want to push ahead a little bit more. And in overtime, there was so much going on, right? Riley turns the puck over at the offensive blue line. Braden Point gets stopped by Stolarz. And then, like, literally, I think it was on the same shift. Kucherov misses the net, high blocker on Stolarz. And it's like, holy crap, there's so much going on. Then Oliver Ekman-Larsson's got a breakaway, stopped by Vasilevsky. But then he blows a tire, so it's an odd man rush the other way. That's why I love overtime so much. It's just craziness. It's beautiful to see. And then the Leafs get a 2-on-1 the other way. It's Riley, it's Matthew Knies. And then Matthew Knies. Boy, before I talk about what happened, let's flash back to yesterday. After the game, Matthew Knies used the word soft on the team's performance. Now, let me just advise you guys. This is a 22-year-old kid, but he has come in here and he's a man. Like, he is a man. And he's talking like, hey, we were soft. We stunk.
Upcoming violation, 16-hour workday limit.
You guys might have heard that. Oh, I might have forgot to log out of work. It's okay. I'll figure it out. Anyways, rude. Very rude right in the middle of a video, especially after the Leafs won. But yesterday, call the team soft. And you're thinking, okay, that's a bold thing to say. I mean, it was a big game yesterday. We talked about how the team got completely shut down and didn't really do anything. He calls them soft. You go out there next day. You go out there the next day and show me what's up. Not only does he have 2 goals to this point, he got in a scuffle with Chernak, and he's just mouthing off in the penalty box. You love to see it. And then in that overtime frame, comes down on a 2-on-1 with Morgan Rielly. The between the legs pass cross seam is wild. Does so. Rielly stopped by Vasilevsky, but the puck stays alive. Rielly has it. Matthews comes off the bench. Rielly gives him the nice pass. And everyone thinks Matthews is going to rip this thing. But he puts the puck, and it was just a subtle play, under the stick of the defender, then puts his own stick over the top of it as the puck goes through. And then a quick pass to the back post where Matthew Knies is standing. Vasilevsky's just all shot for Matthews. No shot. He's getting that shot from Matthew Knies, and he buries it. Not only for his 29th goal of the year, dude's 1 away from a 30-goal season, the hat trick on the game, and the game winner. After he calls the team out yesterday, he goes out there today and has a hat trick. Incredible stuff from Matthew Knies today. Rielly and Matthews assist on the overtime goal at 2:56. 3-2 in shots in overtime for the Leafs. 31-28 for the game. They dominate the face-off dot. Special teams, they were 2 for 4, but we were 1 for 2. Again, you love to see it. Now you're 3 points up in the Lightning. You're 6 up on the Panthers. And the only amount of points the Panthers can get the rest of the season is 8. You're in pretty good shape right now. Take care of your own business. Find a way. Right? Anthony Stolarz was in the net. I thought, statistically, 3 goals and 28 shots you wouldn't say is great. It's an under 900 save. But he made some big-time saves for this Leaf team. In overtime, he was awesome. Late in the third period, he was awesome. Just a really good game overall from Anthony Stolarz. 3 goals and 28 shots. I'm not even going to look at that. He continues to win games for the Leafs. Like, in the end, he's won like 6 consecutive games for the Leafs. So, that's beautiful. Now, stats-wise, that top unit was incredible. Knies +3, Marner +2, Matthews +3. Knies had a hat trick, obviously 29 goal season, for Matthew Knies. Point number 53, 54, and 55 on the year. Mitch Marner at 3.9, a goal and 2 assists. That puts him at 97 points. Where have we seen this before from Mitch Marner? And Austin Matthews, 3 more assists today, which puts 30 goals and 44 assists for number 34. Quietly, he's got 74 points in 63 games when we talked about him being hurt all season long, pretty much. And he missed a month. I can't complain. As much as I'd love him to score more goals, it's nice to see. Rielly and Tavares both had assists as well in the game. And Bobby McMahon got in a fight, kind of. It's just an entertaining game. It's an entertaining hockey game between 2 really competitive and good teams. All right? Now, for the Toronto Maple Leafs, there are 4 games remaining. You are 3 points up in the Lightning. Do your own job. You have the Montreal Canadiens, who are trying to clinch a playoff spot on Saturday night at Scotiabank Arena at 7 p.m. Then on the second night of a back-to-back, you go to Carolina, which is going to be a tricky one at 5. And then Tuesday, Thursday, you have Buffalo and Detroit. I think you win, 2, 3 of those? 3 and 1 the rest of the way, and it's curtains, and you're going into the playoffs as the number 1 seed in the division. I think that's where it's going to have to go. You win 2, you're... What's the Lightning schedule look like, real quick? Because that's the team you're obviously worried about. Okay, so they have Detroit, Buffalo, Florida, which could be an interesting game for them, and the Rangers. So, not great opponents. So if you're the Leafs, you got to go out there and win some hockey games. And it starts Saturday night at home against the Montreal Canadiens. All right. So, you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the win today, hit that like button. Do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not done so already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game? For the Toronto Maple Leafs, Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys, Jays Vision, very shortly. As what a game tonight at Fenway Park as the Jays pick up that victory, win 3 in a row at Fenway. It's a beautiful sight. We'll talk about that very shortly. Raptors edition, Friday night, 8:30 tip-off in Dallas against the Mavericks. And for the Toronto Maple Leafs, Saturday night as they host the Montreal Canadiens at Scotiabank Arena at 7 p.m. Looking to get that much closer to clinching that division in the Atlantic. All right, so thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the win today. Talk to you guys then.